Time to sit down and see if fucking Universal blocked my Funhouse review again. What the hell? New comments on my Burial Ground video. Jesus, I forgot I reviewed that. What does this say? I saw this movie when I was a kid and couldn't remember the name of it. Yeah, well, when I first saw this movie, the asshole at the video store told me it was Zombie 3. Zombies are lame and look like mummies. Worst zombie movie I've ever seen. Oh, really, asshole? Well, I hate to break it to you, but Burial Ground isn't a bad zombie movie. That's okay. I'll show you a bad zombie movie. Let's face the facts here. Zombies are the first-person shooters of horror. That is to say, the zombie subgenre is completely oversaturated and has been for some time, which of course means that the ideas for a lot of them are about as fresh as the bottle of Jenkum our embarrassment in chief has for breakfast every day. But it wasn't always that way. For zombies, not this dickhead. No, we can easily attribute the unceasing glut of modern zombie flicks to the success of George Romero's 1968 classic, Night of the Living Dead. After its release, floodgates all over the world opened, and today you'd be hard-pressed to find a genre or form of media that hasn't been infiltrated by the undead. However, for every one or two solid original contributions, there's a metric fuck ton of absolute garbage, and today, I've got a treat for you. So without further ado, and submitted for your approval, one of the worst zombie movies I have ever seen in my fucking life. And if you think I'm making it through this review sober, well, then you're a bigger optimist than the poor asshole they roped into directing this dumpster fire. Wow, maximum effort. This isn't even the opening credits. My TV self-immolated when it realized what I was watching. We now bring you to your zombie apocalypse already in progress, or at least as much of an apocalypse as we could squeeze into this one field. Alright, hang on a second. Jesus Christ. There is so much fail in the opening of this movie, I literally have to stop the review dead to go over and point all of it out because I simply refuse to gloss over it. So I'm going to try to just simply go through and list everything wrong with this, and if you catch anything that I missed, feel free to put it down in the comments section, okay? Okay, here we go. Well, it's a lovely day for night here at Who Gives a Shit Farms, but the zombies are restless. All 7 of them. Fear not, the Redneck Brigade is closing in. But unfortunately, their clever plan to fool the zombies into dying by pretending to shoot them and then have the Foley guy add in gunfire over the sounds they're making with their mouths isn't working. But that's okay, the police are on their way and they brought the fire department. I don't know, maybe the zombies chased a cat up a tree somewhere. All is not lost, however, as a wild Tom Savini appears and totally remembered to bring bullets. But he couldn't be bothered to actually say his lines, so they just awkwardly dubbed them in over his obviously not moving mouth.
Surprise!
Savini then meets up with Officer Big Mac over here, and they head through what can only be described as the Spirit Halloween clearance graveyard? Alright guys, quiet on set. We gotta get this shot done before the wind picks up, otherwise we're gonna waste half the fucking day chasing our cemetery through the neighbor's yard. Savini has a bad feeling about the ominous barn over there, but Deputy Dildo is less than enthused.
You gotta go check out that barn.
The guard already signed off on it. You're not going in there, are you?
God, this guy sucks. You know what? Fuck it. Come here. Damn it! While a stealthy zombie slinks around watching them, our hapless duo stumble upon a group of imprisoned children and...
You're not attracted to kids, you moron. Kids, come on.
What do you mean it's not attracted to them? Zombies eat flesh. Kids are just little... You fuck... Oh, damn it. Fuck. You know what? I'm not gonna have an aneurysm on fucking camera. So... Fuck it, movie. Just do whatever you want. I don't care anymore. Just go ahead. Do your worst.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna need to see that again.
Holy Jesus, goddamn! Holy Jesus, jumping Christmas shit!
Excuse me one sec. How? Just how? Why? Never mind what fucking bet he lost to be in this piece of shit. And how the hell do you not only waste Tom Savini in a zombie movie of all things, but you also seemingly go out of your way to somehow make him look like an asshole? It's actually kind of impressive. Oh, and I wasn't kidding about wasting him. He's literally hoisted into the air and fingered to death by the main zombie. Oh, I didn't mention the main zombie? Oh, there's a main zombie. He's a reanimated serial killer that is somehow responsible for the zombies. Named Abbott Hayes. This movie sucks! So Savini dies. The fire department starts a bonfire in a dry field, and everyone heads over to Earl's for NASCAR and Coors. Well, except the actor playing the cop. He's busy considering hurling himself into that bonfire for ever being in this movie.
Woke up this morning feeling fine. Had something special on my mind.
Yeah, there's more. So 14 years later, apparently nobody else in the world really seems to have given much of a shit about that whole dead coming back to life thing, because it's business as usual in the town with no name, where the soup du jour is forced dialogue about how Laurie here's friends are all going to a concert while she's stuck at work. Meanwhile, in the latest and shittiest Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequel, Laurie's friends got their ham-fisted dialogue to go.
You don't really believe those old ghost stories, do you?
Yes, I do. Killed and raped all those women and kept their bodies in his house for company. Not the type of person I want to run into. And besides, rumors have it he's still running around these parts of the country. The thought of bumping into him still scares the shit out of me.
You can't be serious. The guy's dead.
I really love how these assholes' idea of teasing the girl who's afraid of the ghost of a serial killer haunting the land is essentially kindergarten level bullshit.
Abbott Hayes. Abbott Hayes. Abbott Hayes.
Hey, Abbott!
I hate that guy.
Right away, I like and am rooting for these characters. Especially when they pull over and party on top of Pamela Voorhees' grave, but get spooked and take off.
Gary, what's up with the windshield? I thought you said you were going to get it fixed yesterday. It's going to be a lot of fun driving home from the concert tonight with the headlights coming right at me.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'll get to that tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
I have a feeling that might come back to bite them in the ass later. And by later, I mean never, because literally within 2 seconds of that line...
Watch out!
Oh, shit! Abbott Hayes!
Okay, hold on a sec. First, why wouldn't you just run that thing over? Second, how the hell do you know that's Abbott Hayes? Earlier he just looked like another zombie, but now he looks like a rash Cookie Monster would have on his balls. Third, why is he walking like that? And finally, where did all the trees go? So after the funeral, the kind where they leave the corpses above ground all day, you know, because they're still fucking breathing. Then again, it could be so Greg Nicotero's uncle and every after-school bully ever can show up later that night to loot the bodies. But they didn't remember to bring their blueberry ass goblin spray, and he shows up to ruin their plans. And begins to reanimate his victims. The next morning, after the sheriff's shithead leaves the caretaker to clean up, he's also attacked. Alright, now that the alpha zombie has his little gang of flesh-hungry ghouls at his side, I'm sure he's gonna lead them into the town of... And they're gonna just start attacking people and overrun the whole fucking place, and now we're gonna get our zombie movie, right?
Holy Jesus, God damn!
So, one whole zombieless year later, and discount Jason Ritter arrives at the Hayes farm, which is apparently now next to a train yard? Seriously, I didn't edit that in. Oh my god, it's still going. And after he gets spooked, Officer Useless shows up and they proceed to talk shop.
Car dealership. New jobs, revenue. This place is perfect for a dealership. Just perfect. It's right off the interstate.
Oh yeah, this property was a great find.
This is the first time this property's come on the market.
Really?
So where are you going to put the showroom?
The showroom's gonna be right about there. And all around it, there'll be acres and acres of used cars. And then the new cars will be right over there to the side behind the showroom.
That's great. That's great.
The dialogue in this movie is so intense. I swear to God, if he says that the office is going to go where the shed used to be, you can consider my pants shat. As the construction crew is showing up to unload the equipment and get started, Matt here is on his way over to the hotel and he calls his father to have a conversation, which introduces us to...
Greg and his crew will give you an education like no university can. Greg, you'll be in charge. The sheriff's on board, right?
Yes, sir. All taken care of. He's, in our back pocket.
Good. I like to hear that.
Joe, enough already. We're gonna be late.
Marilyn, just a couple minutes. I'll be right there.
I'm not waiting much longer.
Marilyn, who cares if we're gonna be late? It's just another boring party with your friends anyway.
Well, that's real nice. That's real nice. I'm spending an afternoon with an ex-con. That's lovely. Did you get enough money? Pay your bail this time? What'd you front it for?
What the fuck was that? What? Was the zoom on the camera broken and they just decided to go with it? And for fuck's sake, who sat behind a monitor and watched this happen and said, "Cut! Print! Perfect!" Look, I'm not a filmmaker, and regardless of what you think of my show's production value, at least I know how to set up a camera and frame a goddamn shot. So Matt and Lori finally have their little meet cute outside the motel, which instantly cuts back to Matt at the job site meeting Greg, the foreman. But Greg is a shady fuck who says they're not relocating the bodies to a new cemetery, just moving the headstones and dumping all the caskets in a mass grave. But later that day for night, a certain blue bastard is busy doing his exercise routine of slow motion lunges through the field when he discovers that his home is not only being demolished, but the grave of his mother has been disturbed. Now clearly this aggression will not stand, so I'm sure the town is now... wondering why zombies attacked a dog off screen. After a short shtick break...
You say you're looking for a miner with a black vest?
Now, could you just tell me the name of a diner?
Yeah, I heard you. I ain't thief.
Greg arrives at the job site in the morning to find...
Oh, shit. You okay, man?
I was when I woke up this morning. What kind of sick
bastard would do something like this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought they actually killed a dog. Lo and behold, they really just mutilated Greg's favorite plush toy. Over at the diner, Matt is busy trying to be charming and get to know Lori.
I was on the dean's list at Northwestern, okay, a junior, and then my father decides it's time for me to get a real education. And
oof. Now there's the look of a girl who is not interested in either your daddy's credit card or getting date raped by 2.5 inches. Or maybe she is, but only during daylight hours and in a well-populated area.
What? What?
Okay, I don't have the patience to narrate this crap, so we're just gonna skip over this 5-minute filler scene of absolutely fucking nothing and just watch the payoff.
There's nothing to be afraid of all this time, nothing to fear but fear itself. Wide open spaces! I'm back!
It's a good thing the motel is right next door to the Hayes farm. It means the zombies didn't have to walk too far. And if you're wondering how I know they're right next to each other, so after the original ending of the film is re-edited to look like Matt took Lori on a date to the farm and cemetery, the construction crew make a grisly discovery when the front-loader driver is spooked by I swear to Christ, I'm not putting that sound in there. It just keeps happening. Apparently, this town is not only plagued by the undead, but also pivotal moment-ruining trains. That night, Matt's dad arrives at the Hayes place, only to be welcomed to die, and the zombies finally decide to attack.
zombies?
Oh no, not that guy. So Matt races over to the diner with the zombies in hot pursuit. But they're moving just slow enough so that Lori has enough time to dump her purse full of exposition out on him as he searches the background for something to clean the Vaseline off the lens.
Those things out there went to high school with my sister Candy. I was at their funeral. We grew up together. They were my friends too. I could be one of them. Help me turn on the lights. If Dave or Sheriff drop by and they see that the lights are on, they'll know that something's wrong because we never leave the lights on, okay?
Or they'll notice the horde of zombies out in the parking lot. You know, whichever is more out of the fucking ordinary. Well, maybe horde isn't the right word, as Dudley Douchebag pulls up to only 6 of them lightly tapping on the door. That's more like it.
Wait, I have my cell phone. I'll call 911.
I am 911.
Okay, then I'll call Greg. He always carries a gun in the office.
What? Now it's the sheriff's turn to dish as he goes over the entire opening of the film again, because God forbid this padded piece of shit clocks in under 90 minutes. Alright, the cavalry's here. I'm sure they're gonna...
Come on, let's go, you guys. Come on in, let's go. Hurry up, let's go, come on, come on.
Run right past all the zombies and lock themselves in. Nope, they run right past them and lock themselves inside the restaurant so Officer Exposition can give them the old shoot 'em in the head spiel.
If anyone gets bitten, they need to be shot in the head. Okay? Let's roll. Let's be careful out there. They'll join the ranks of the Walking Dead.
Really? Is he serious? Hey, you guys want to do another take? Because that one was... Oh, no, apparently we're going with that. Hey, whatever ends the fucking movie faster.
Welcome to the party, Sheriff.
Let's go!
So now the film descends into a laughable game of grab-ass between the zombies and the construction workers, while Lori is left to hide in the storeroom so she can cry and look at a gun like she's never seen one before, while praying the big, strong men can save her. Written by a woman. Let's see here. What can I even say about this? Well, this guy's going the Looney Tune route of killing zombies. Jesus, I'd hate to be the one guy who grabbed a can of hairspray instead of a gun when they were passing them out like candy.
Doing a bang-up job, kid. I'll take over from here. Ah, you freaks from hell!
How the hell do you miss with a flamethrower? But nothing can prepare you for the sheer level of brilliance that is this guy.
There you go. Oh, what the?
And the whole time, the blue Brundlefly is just standing there grinning and waving his arms around like an asshole. Eventually, the zombies do manage to get into the diner, but the sheriff is just in time to save poor Lori.
You all right?
Thank you.
I gotta get back out there. Do it. Do it. Come on. Do it. Come on. You have to. Don't let me turn into one of them. Do it. Do it.
So what happened to Sheriff Randolph? Lori shot him. It was a direct hit.
Oh, fuck you, it was! So, I guess it's over? The people won? That's not an ending, damn it! Here, let me fix this.
Come back, Shane!
My name's not Shane, kid.
And as for Abbott Hayes... No, I refuse to taint the good name of Thriller by associating it with this pile of shit. Play something else.
Come on and dance with me, dance with me. Dance with me, dance with me. Everybody's got something to do. Everybody but you.
Yeah, alright. That, my friends, was Children of the Living Dead. And it makes Burial Ground look like Citizen fucking Kane. It all starts with an idea. What kind of idea? A bad one. You see, John Russo, who co-wrote the original Night of the Living Dead with George Romero, released a colorized version of the '68 classic for its 30th anniversary, which included some additional scenes. Strike one. Colorizing a classic film would only satisfy the clamoring of a certain demographic. One consisting entirely of dick-brained idiots who think that black and white movies suck purely based on aesthetics, which leads me into directing them to the nearest bathroom where I'd instruct them to jam their heads in the toilet and take deep gasping breaths until the world becomes a better place. Strike two comes in the form of the producers forcing the director to hire their friends as the crew instead of actual SAG actors and experienced crew, ensuring that we only get the best in terms of quality. And strike three or out takes on the form of the film's writer, producer, second unit director, and terrible tan line sporter Karen Lee Wolf, who not only wrote an embarrassingly bad script, but is said to have threatened to fire anyone on the spot that tried to argue with the nonsensical dialogue that she had written and the way she wanted it delivered. You see, her dad is the executive producer, and he gave her this movie's budget as a present. So what else did this rampaging thunder cunt do? Well, aside from throwing her weight around and childishly refusing to do any rewrites, she also took the completed film, hired her own editor, and recut the film without the director's knowledge, so that her true vision could be realized in all its glory.
Of all the places in all the world my dad could have picked to build his dealership, He had to pick the one right down the street from Walking Dead Central.
Moral of the story, if you're a rich, no-talent bitch, don't try to write a sequel to Night of the Living Dead.
What are you, fucking retarded?
But hey, don't just take my word for it. With John Russo saying it was the worst film he ever worked on and that he thought of quitting daily, and the poor director writing an apology letter for the flick, which I'll link down in the description if you guys want to check that out, and Tom Savini himself called it, and I quote, the biggest piece of shit movie ever made. He also went on to call the producer an idiot who didn't know what she was doing and that the film shouldn't even be allowed on video store shelves. And that's just about the size of it. Though I must admit, I do feel kind of bad about spending an entire review just shitting all over a movie without saying one nice thing. So, in the interest of not coming off too negative and leaving off on a positive note, I'm actually going to talk about the one thing that this film has that I find is not only good, but also works really well. And it kind of hurts to say it, but I must admit, the way that really surprised me. So, if nothing else, at least there's that. Alright guys, as usual, I hope you enjoyed the review. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments and feedback down below. I always read, I always respond. And I will see you next time.